Hi everyone, this is Denise with Creates with Love, and I wanted to introduce you to the brand new Cricut Joy app in case you're not aware of it. This is an awesome app for you, those of you that do have the Cricut Joy, or even if you don't, you're just thinking about getting it. I thought this would be a helpful video. I actually got a couple emails asking me about one, what was the difference between the new Cricut Joy app and using the Cricut Design Space app on the phone or the computer and using your Joy with that. So this video is going to exclusively cover the brand new Cricut Joy app. So basically what Cricut did was they wanted to, well, let's just start at the beginning. Cricut Joy came out and it was very simplified way of using a Cricut machine, right? We can quickly go in, make quick cards, quick labels, quick paper crafts, quick vinyl projects. These are ones where we're not really so much doing a lot of designing, but just quickly going in and making projects. So along with that, they released this new app, and like I said, it's the brand new Cricut Joy app. And by the way, it does use the same login as your Cricut Design Space app. So if you've already have a Cricut account, it uses the exact same login information. And what's really unique about the app is that it goes along that same simple streamline process, okay? So basically, like this is the home screen that you're looking at here. I've already logged in, that's why it does say welcome Denise. And let's go at the very top. So it says these are all quick starts, okay? So we have quick start, quick labels, we have iron-on and infusible ink transfers, we have vinyl stickers and decals, and we have paper crafts. And you'll notice with each section is the design your own, okay? So there's 4 sections and each one has their own design your own button. So I want to let you know too, this is really exciting. At the time when they release this, and I don't know how long they're going to carry it out, but for a limited time, along with this app, Cricut released 50,000 images that are currently loaded into this app. And so these are all free to use, like I say, for a limited amount of time. In addition to the 50,000 images loaded, there's also 70 plus curated fonts, so including serif, sans serif, decorative, stencil, and draw. So those are really awesome. Plus you get 23 plus professionally designed quick label shapes. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the label area. So I'm going to go ahead and click start. With here, they let you know that you've got different things that you will need for this type of project. Okay, so when you decide that this is what you're going to want to make, you want to put start making, and then you get to select what type of label that you're going to use. So they have minimal cutout, they have decorative cutout, they have drawn labels, and they have letter only cut labels. So let's just go ahead and do one of the label, drawn label ones as an example. So you simply select it and then click next. And by the way, as you're going through any one of these 4 options, Cricut saves it as you're working on it. So you don't have to worry about saving it right off the bat and then keep saving it as you're working on your project. So that's a really cool, unique feature. All right, so anyway, we've selected that we're going to have a drawn label. So then it has right here, change label style. So if while you're working on this, you decide you want one of the other labels, you would click on change label style. And then you'll notice the lock button in the lower right-hand corner of this label. If you want to make changes to your dimension, you can hit either the height or the width, either one, to make changes. I'm going to keep it this size because I don't really need to change it, but I just want to show you that the option is there in case you want to use that option to change the dimension, okay? And you would just use the numbers on your keypad to do that. So once you're done changing your size, go ahead and click on Done. And then now we're going to enter what we want our text to say. So you would click on the rectangle box down below with the little green plus mark. Just click in that empty space, and I'm going to put in almond flour. All right. As soon as I realize it's spelled correctly, I'm going to hit that green plus mark in the circle, and that adds it in. Now, if I wanted to make more labels with different titles, that's where you would just keep entering like I did with the almond flower, and then just keep hitting a plus button for each different label. So today we're just going to make the one, and I'm going to click on Done. Okay, and then now I'm going to click on Next. And right here, I have the option to edit. So look down below where it says Edit. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go ahead and change my font. Okay, so once you bring up font, each one of these letters of the A is a different style of font. Okay, so you've got this style here, you've got these choices here, you've got these choices here, and some more choices, and some more choices. Okay, so I actually like, where did it go? I just saw it. I like this one right here. There we go. And then I'm going to hit the check mark because that's the one that I want. There we go. And then the three little circles to the right of that letter A, you want to click on that if you want to change the color. Now you have two options here. You can change the color of the pen, or you can change the color of the material. So let's go ahead and go to material. I'm going to make my labels, let's see, I'm just going to go ahead and go with white labels. And then for my pen, I want to go ahead and keep it at black. But you have the option here to have fine, extra fine, gel, glitter gel, and medium point, okay? So whichever one you decide, I'm going to go ahead and do fine and black, and then hit the check mark for okay. And then there is my label. I'm going to go ahead and click on Done, and then go ahead and click on Next. And right here, it's select what material you're going to use. I'm going to go ahead and use the Smart Label, the writable vinyl. And then I can choose to use without the mat or on the mat. My choice, I'm going to go ahead and keep it without the mat. And then basically at this point, I can hit Make It. Now I could hit Preview if I just wanted to take another look at it to see what it's going to look like. Okay, so it's going to flip it around horizontally to cut and draw for us, and hit Close. So when you're ready to make it, you just hit Make It, and it will hook up to your machine and proceed to let you know what to do. Now I will say that the smart labels at this time, they are not able to save your project. So anytime you make a quick label, that's it. If you want to make that same label again, you'll just have to remember how you did it and create a new one. All of the other options do save your projects, okay, but just not the quick labels. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the back button on Design and exit out of here. I'm going to quit anyway. All right, so let's go to the next one. Let's do a quick iron-on and infusible ink transfer. Let's do Design Your Own. Again, they give you everything you're going to need and some tips and tricks that you might want to review if you're new to this. Click on Start Designing. I'm going to go ahead and go with a square. And I'm going to keep my dimension as it is. Remember, if we wanted to change it, we would simply hit where the H or the W is and change our dimensions. Click on Next. And here you can add images, shapes, or text. So down at the bottom, you see like the little balloon. That's for images. The one in the middle with the triangle and the circle, that's for shapes. And then the T is for text. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Images. And I'm going to go ahead and click on, let's see, let's do, I've already made this one, but let's just do it for fun. That way I can get through it quicker. So I selected Sun, and then I'm going to hit the check mark for having it come in. Now your images, you have an option to either rotate, or you can resize. You can exit out of it if you decide you don't want it, and you can also click that little double square, and that will make a duplicate copy of the same image. Okay, so I don't need this top one. I'm going to get rid of that, but this one I am going to make small. Okay, and then now I want to click the plus sign because I want to add some text. So I'm going to click on the T, and I'm going to put hello in lowercase font, and then click the check mark. I'm going to take my finger and just move the hello up here, make it a little bit smaller, about like that. But let's change the font. So I can click on the A that's just below that rectangle, and here I can select my font. I'm going to go ahead and go with right here. And then now I'm going to click out, or actually click the check mark for OK, selecting that that's the font I want. Now I want to add another font. So I'm going to click another plus sign, click the T for font, and then I'm going to capitalize Sunshine. And click the check mark. I'm going to pull it, drag it down. And I actually like that look right here. If I wanted to make changes, I certainly could. I'm just going to actually make this a little bit bigger. Make this a tiny bit bigger. And drag this down just a little. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to go ahead and change my color. Now again, with, in fact, I don't think I mentioned this before. One of the reasons why these are considered, quick and simple DIY projects is they've taken away the layer option. So if you want to do layered designs, obviously you can go into Cricut Design Space on either the phone apps or the computer apps, and you can work on your layered projects here. But in order to streamline these and keep them for, such awesome quick projects, is everything's going to be in one color, one layer. Now, obviously, a workaround for that is if you wanted the sun in orange and the fonts in yellow, right? Essentially, you could just do two projects. You could do just the fonts, the hello and the sunshine in one color, and have them cut that out and then go back in and design your project with just the sun. Now you have a layered, a project with two different colors. You just did it with two different projects. Okay, so there's a little workaround there for you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and select my one color, and I'm going to do the pretty bright yellow. And I'm going to click the check mark, and now we're going to click on done because it's ready. I'm going to click on next, and I'm going to select my material, and I'm going to do, let's do infusible ink. Why not? Now check this out. You notice if whether I did iron-on or infusible ink, it automatically mirrors my design for me, right? It knows. It's that smart. It knows that we selected that category. Therefore, whether either one we use, our design needs to be mirrored. So at this point, I can go ahead and click on preview if I wanted to see how it was going to look. See how it's mirrored backwards? Perfect. Or I can click on make it. And again, it's going to want to select my machine. I don't even have it turned on right now, so it's not going to select it. All right, so there you go. There's another one. Now let's just say that I made it, okay? I'm going to go back and I'm going to close out of this project, but look what it does. It says, do you want to save to your stuff? To save, enter your project name. So I'm just going to call it hello. And I actually already made one of these. But just for purposes of the video, I'm going to go ahead and click on save. And it says, hello, sunshine was saved. Now, in order to find a saved project, you would go to your home screen, right? We're right here. This is our home screen where we have our 4 options for our different categories. But to the right of where it says home, the icon that says my stuff, here are your projects. Okay, so here's different projects that I've worked on, and they'll just keep loading and loading and loading and save all your projects here. Okay, so to get out of here, you can click on home. All right, so we've shown you the labels and the infusible ink. Let's take a look at the vinyl stickers and decals. Okay, so same thing, tells you the type of supplies you'll need and any tips and tricks that you might want to check out. When you're ready, click on Start Designing. I'm going to go ahead and click on Square, and then I'm going to keep the dimension the same, and I'm going to click on Next. Right here, you have your choice to add your images, shapes, or text. So I'm going to go ahead and just make a super quick one. I'm going to click Images, and I'm going to do the cat. Once I select it there, I hit the green or the check mark, and then now I can make my design a little bit smaller over here, maybe a little bit bigger. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I like that. I'm going to go ahead and add some text, and I'm going to type in good and hit the check mark. I'm going to drag it up. I'm going to choose my font. I'm going to go with this one, hit the check mark, and then hit the plus sign again, choose my text. This time I'm going to type in that'll be cute. And I'm going to actually move this one up just a little bit. That way we'll get a little bit more room for this one. Make our cat a little smaller. And bring this here like that. And then, as with anything, all of these, if you wanted to, you could angle it a little bit, right? You could angle this one a little bit if you wanted to. Oops, I accidentally hit the draw. So that was actually a good point, was that you can change up here from either cut it out, slice it out, or draw it. Okay, so I didn't mention that up earlier. Those are the three options there. What I was trying to do was to move this angle a little bit. There we go. Okay. So bring this up a little bit and bring this up a little bit. All right, so there's an option, right? Just a cute, quick little sticker. And then what I'm going to do now is go ahead and select my color. I'm going to go ahead and select, let's do brown, and click OK. So there we go. Cute little sticker ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and click on Done. And I'm going to click on Next. And I'm going to select my material. I'm going to go ahead and go with premium vinyl. And I'm going to select my mat. Oh, that's right. With this one, you would need to do it on the mat, so it doesn't give you the choice. That is your choice. Since I'm not using a smart material, then you would need to use the mat. Okay, so when you're ready, you can hit preview if you want, or you can simply click on Make It. Okay, so there's another design idea. Let's go ahead and go back. I'm not going to save this one. Our last one is paper crafts. So go ahead and select your own, or I'm sorry, design your own. And then again, it gives you all the tips and tricks that you may need to know and the supplies. We're going to click on Start Designing. And this time we're going to go ahead and go with Landscape. I'm going to keep the dimensions the same, but again, if you wanted to make changes, you just highlight it and make your changes there. I'm going to click on Done and then Next. And then here you're going to add your images, shapes, or text. So I'm going to go ahead and add a shape this time. They give you a few extra shapes than that are not in Design Space, which is kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead and do, let's see, this is paper craft. So actually, you know what, instead of shape, I'm going to do, I'll put in scalloped and then see what designs it gives us with scalloped edges. Lots of different choices. I like that. Let's go ahead and select this one. And I'm going to hit the green check mark. So remember, this is a paper project, so I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger like that. And I'm going to go ahead and select the green or the check mark. Okay, now I want to go ahead and add something. I'm going to add a shape. I'm going to do the shape of this heart and click the check marks. I'm going to make the heart about the size that I want. Whenever you see that red line, it means that it's centered. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And then since I want to be able to see it better, let me click on it and hit color. I'm going to go ahead and do, I don't know, let's just do a pink. Okay, so there's my shape. I want to slice this shape out, so I'm going to hit that middle scissors. There we go. Now I'll be able to take this cute little scalloped design that has a heart sliced out of it and put it on maybe a pink card, and it will show the pink through the white heart. Okay, so there's a cute little quick option for you. I can click done. I can click next. I can select my material. I'm just going to use deluxe paper. And again, since it's not a smart material, it's going to just go ahead and put it on the mat. Okay, I can hit preview. When I know that I'm ready, I would click on make it. So there is a super quick review of an example of how to make 4 different projects. This will put us back on our home screen. And then again, your My Stuff icon is where you have your saved projects. Okay, so I hope you really liked this tutorial. I hope it helped answer some questions and helped clear up some confusion. You know, it's super, super unique. What I'm excited about is anytime my grandson or my granddaughter over here, I am going to bring this puppy out, my Cricut Joy, and let them go to town, because this app is so user-friendly that it's actually based for 4-year-olds and older. So that is huge in my world. I can really see these in schools. I can see these at schools that are virtually learning from home right now. This would be awesome. Teach your kids to organize. Teach your kids to make their own labels for their organization. Have them help you make your labels. I mean, it is this simple to use, and I really, really hope that this tutorial helped. There's some more features. You'll have fun. I want you to dive in and really enjoy this app along with the Cricut Joy. All right, until next time, remember to create with love. Bye.